What is SWIPCO? SWIPCO is a intergovernmental organization, and that's just a fancy way of saying that 8 counties and the cities within them got together back in the 70s and said, we need an organization to do the things that we don't have the need every day to do.
I work mainly with the cities or counties directly, so city clerks, mayors, city council, county board of supervisors, economic development, people like that.
We are, I would say, true partners to the cities, counties, and groups that we work with.
Like, I'm doing a couple comprehensive plans. We have a lot of those going on right now. And those are big plans, and they touch on a lot of different topics. So when doing those, you're helping the city set goals for the next 10 or 20 years. Those goals could affect businesses, people's housing, commercial development, public utilities, infrastructure, everything that makes a city function. The rental ordinances, like those would have a whole impact on families and everyday lives. You know, you're setting standards to help keep people safe in their homes.
Mostly I work on the buyout program that we are managing for the city of Hamburg, Mills County, and Fremont County. So I deal with a lot of the paperwork and talking to participants about buying their homes and stuff like that. So I manage most of that. And then we just started doing a couple of disaster recovery grants. So there's one in Hamburg for well improvement. So that is for like water sewer infrastructure, so increasing the capacity so towns can grow or can have better water or better sewer management in their towns, as well as like downtown renovation, so they can redo the facades of some of their downtown businesses to revive the area. We also do a bunch of housing rehab applications, so helping low-income owners like either deal with the exterior or deal with like accessibility issues inside their house.
When we talk about like some of our water and sewer projects, obviously you need that to have a viable community. Housing, a fundamental issue. Our region has some of the oldest housing stock in the state, and so we also know it's very expensive to build new housing stock, so that's why we spend so much time and effort in rehabbing homes.
So SWIPCO does a wide variety of things, anything from housing repair grants. A lot of people don't know that we do rental inspections, building permit inspections. We also have down payment assistance, so people that are purchasing their homes, we can actually step in and help them with those down payments, make things a little bit easier for them at that point in time. So something that really stands out to me about working for SWIPCO is, I'm going to say a few years back in the middle of the winter, it was very cold. We had someone call in that had a furnace that was not working. We were able to send the inspector out that same day, and he assessed the situation, and we kind of got the ball rolling pretty quickly for this individual and got a contractor involved and installed the furnace, and she was up and running within a week, I would say. And when the project was all complete, the gal actually emailed in and said, "You guys are my angels. I'm not sure how I was going to make it through the winter. Thank you very much." And that's something that really kind of stuck with me.
Internally, when I look around, I feel very lucky that I'm working with a team of people that are very experienced and motivated. And so when I look around, I see people doing what they need to do and taking things on and taking care of things and pitching in when needed. So that makes me feel really proud of our team and the service that we can provide to others. So a lot of times I will go out and pitch something to a group of people, but I can be so confident in talking about their project and SWIPCO being able to help them because I'm so confident in the staff that we have at SWIPCO.
It's just fun to interact with people, and I have a social work background, so I just like to help people and make their lives better.
That's the nice part about the job, is that you can, give somebody something that they can't give themselves. They have a leaky roof and you go in and you fix it, and that's something a lot of people can't do. Especially your elderly people, they're not gonna get up on a roof and fix it or put in new windows, and then they can afford to live there instead of in an apartment or something like that. So yeah, it's nice to help people when you can.
Well, right now we've been working on the flood buyouts down in southern Iowa, and that doesn't happen everywhere. So it's rewarding to help those people find different housing options and go through that buyout process.
Some additional things we do include like taxi service. I think a lot of people don't realize that in our small towns like Atlantic or Glenwood, Harlan, that you can just call up and get a ride. That is affordable. $2.50 each way, $2 if you're elderly.
Well, SWITA is typically known for transportation for the elderly, for people with disabilities. However, we are public transit, transportation for all. Anyone can ride, including you.
SWITA gets people where they need to go. That's what SWITA does. It could be to school, it could be to work, it could be to doctor's appointments. Almost 350,000 rides a year.
I think that SWITA is available in a wide variety of counties close to us. I don't think people realize that we're not just local. You know, the town where our office is, Atlantic, is very busy in this area, but we also serve 7 other counties. And so for them to know that transportation is available in those areas is important. People often are surprised by our fleet and how many vehicles we have, how many drivers we employ, and so that is something that we continue to try to just let people know about. Transportation to and from medical trips that are, required for people to stay healthy is often a barrier for people. And so if we can help them get to and from, then that's part of the appointment and part of what needs to happen for them to get their medical attention.
Well, we have some people that call and they say, hey, I need to get my animal to the vet clinic. Will you transport myself and my animal? So as long as their animal fits in a little carrier and they can get their animal on the bus, we will help them get their animal to the vet clinic.
So we do student transportation, and so we do that in 4 different towns, and it's basically the schools like in Atlantic, the schools just do out of town. So we have routes within town that we just get kids to preschool, school, high school, middle school. Their parents possibly go to work before they have to go, so we get them at a daycare, get them to school, pick them up from school, get them home. And it just all got going here, and that's really, really busy. There's hundreds of kids that we take to school. So,
well, it's just so rewarding because when you talk to the elderly and they just thank you so much for helping them get to the grocery store, or if somebody forgets their purse on the bus, our bus drivers are always good about going and back and delivering the purse, or just all the other little things that we do. They just really appreciate that.
And I would say that's one of my favorite parts about dispatch. I have regulars that I talk to every day. A lot of them are elderly. They no longer drive, but they're on the go. They're going grocery shopping to the pharmacy to get their medications, meeting friends for lunch, and they're just so grateful that, I hear that almost daily, thanking us for getting them where they need to go. And so, you make a little difference in their lives, and they thank you for that, which is awesome.
So what SWIPCO does for small government and for our region in general, I think is actually makes it so our region is livable. And I'm a small town guy. I really, our members are small communities. And so the fact that we can help people continue to live in the community, for me, is huge.